Morning. Except it's not morning. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon, and that's pretty much how I've been living my life these past few weeks here at this cushy little campground. I've just been hanging out here at my cushy little campground spot in Door County, Wisconsin. Not really doing shit, taking it easy, but I think I've figured out why. To be real with you guys, I haven't showered in like 3 days. I've slept in, been laying pretty low, haven't done much, but I'm gonna try to change that today. So I'm gonna start by going and finally taking a shower in this immaculate campground bathroom. And then, I don't know, maybe today will be the day that I finally make a video. There's some trails behind this campground, so I suppose I'll take you guys along with me. Let's go take a walk in the woods and see if we can't make a video today. I recently got an e-bike sent to me, and I have a video that'll be coming out about that. But I took it down here to the trails that we have in this campground. It's super sweet, dude. Let me show you here. Trails into the woods, and I've spent quite a bit of time riding my new e-bike into these backwoods. But this trail right here is for like the guests, like the camping guests, the people that camp here at the campground. And today we're gonna go where the guests are not allowed because it's way sweeter back here. This is probably my favorite stretch of these trails. It's so deep in the woods. Definitely not in Utah anymore, dude. I suppose I'm not even sure how to start with this video, really. Since I've gotten to Wisconsin, I haven't really done anything at all. Like nothing, dude. I've just kind of, I have felt, I don't know what the word is. Maybe, a little bit depressed, maybe super unmotivated, that's for sure. And it's been good, I suppose. Other than like the low feeling. But it's been about 3 weeks out here, and I know that like I need to get back to making videos. It's time to get back into the swing of things, and I have a couple ideas. I have some things that I want to do out here in Wisconsin. I'm super stoked to be out here, and so I could go out and like make those videos, but like I'm just not in the mood, dude. And the reason why I think that I feel the way that I do lately out here is because all of last year in Utah was kind of a lot. And now that like I'm in a place in the woods in Wisconsin where I have time to, where everything is kind of just settled down a little bit, I've had a little bit too much time, if you will, to process everything that happened in Utah. Here, check this out. I just found a toad. That was pretty cool. Suppose I haven't seen one of those in a super long time. Anyway, everything has kind of slowed down quite a bit, obviously, and I'm now in a beautiful campground with security and a stable job. I'm not in a situation where like I have to think about finding a place to stay every night or finding a place to shower. I'm not worrying about whether or not I have a job to go to in the morning, and there's a couple other things that I'm no longer really worried about. And so what I'm about to tell you is a story that I have kept off of the channel because I didn't want my channel to be about drama, relationship drama, This is a truck camper life channel, and even though the channel is slightly evolved and has taken several turns, I have kept this entire story to myself. But enough time has passed that I am finally going to figure out some way to tell you guys what's actually been going on behind the scenes, if you will. But more importantly, the reason why I'm going to tell you this is because because like I could go out and like make some videos, dude, but like that's not where my mind is right now. And my mind is on this stuff, and it's current real truck camper life. It kind of all hit me at once, and I think the reason why is because things have slowed down. And I'm not like in fight or flight mode anymore. I'm not just always like moving, going. I've had time to just kind of let things slow down, and so yeah. But unfortunately, the only way to tell you kind of what's going on with me is to start with this story. There's not really any other way around it to make everything else make sense. So, so I have to. So here we go. This isn't trying to bring up any more drama than there already is. But I suppose this story starts at the breakup. The breakup happened super fast. It was very unexpected and very out of the blue. And to be honest, I've never really experienced any sort of a breakup like that in my life. And I don't really need to go into details about it. I was very sad, very caught off guard, very shocked. And obviously just going through a breakup. And that's just the way she goes. However, like, I had shown that relationship in like, I counted, at the time it was 19 videos of truck camper life. And so as shitty as I felt, I still had to make YouTube videos. I have goals with this channel. The channel had been growing significantly. And I felt compelled, obviously, to let the people know that we broke up, because obviously people are going to notice that it was just me now in the videos and that there wasn't a van around me, that sort of a thing. So I made the video the best that I knew how. I have no regrets really about that video, dude. I know that video blew up as far as like views and whatever goes. But my intention with that video was just to show a very real moment in my life of something that had happened, and it was to be as kind as possible and just let the people know that it happened. That way in all the future videos, there's not a bunch of people asking about it. It just lets the cat out of the bag. And so that's just the way she goes, dude. I made the breakup video. Obviously very sad. Breakups suck. It is what it is. But that was it. Moving on. So after the breakup, I put everything that I had into the channel. I wanted to get my mind off of everything going on. I needed something to focus on. So I focused everything on YouTube. And if you've been following along since before then, you will notice that I used to put out 1 video a week, but that quickly changed to 2. And so literally all I was doing was going out, finding a spot, lighting a fire, cooking some sweet food, my favorite things to do. And that is what I put everything I had into. But then things started to happen. A group of people, a small group of people, started trolling my YouTube channel. And at first the trolling was pretty subtle, just kind of belittling comments, saying lies about me, making up shit. But then they started getting nastier and nastier, things like insinuating that they were sleeping with my ex, attacking my character as a person, my integrity, also obviously attacking just being a YouTuber in general. These people don't like YouTubers. But like, I saw the trolling happening and I looked at that and I just said, well, that's the way she goes, dude. There's always multiple sides with a breakup. Some people are unhappy. Some people take out their anger in ridiculously stupid, unhealthy ways. But I just kept quiet about it. I just kept focusing on my YouTube channel. I focused on making content and obviously focused on trying to heal a little bit after a breakup. So I went on like that until the trolling kind of started reaching a new level. All of a sudden there were more and more comments every single day. It would happen usually later on in the night and I would wake up to them. Nastier comments. But then they started kind of turning into what I would consider subtle threats. And the reason I would consider them subtle threats is because they were signed with names by people that I knew, saying things like, that looks like a very nice spot, see you soon, things like that. And a lot of the people that were making these threats and trolling my channel and my social media, they've spent quite a bit of time in Slab City. and a lot of you might not know this. I've spent time with these people. The thing about Slab City is the way that they handle things sometimes out there, disagreements, if you will, is they'll go out and they'll just burn your camper down or your van down or whatever. And I've never witnessed anything like that. I've never been to Slab City. I've just heard the stories specifically from some of these people. And so when the threats started coming in on my channel, I took it very seriously. And so I reached out to a few of the people that I knew specifically were involved. Obviously there was more than that, but I didn't know everyone. But I tried to call them. I tried to message them to try to work something out, to try to figure out why I'm getting trolled, why the subtle threats. What have I done to deserve anything like that? And I was met with silence, dude. None of them answered the phone. None of them wanted to talk, which made a couple of things very clear to me. Number one is like, this is a smear campaign. This is something that is planned out. It is orchestrated. And these people do not care about the truth. They do not want any sort of a resolution whatsoever. They're not going to even take my calls or answer my messages or texts. These people are literally just out to destroy my reputation and possibly harm me. And so once I realized that, dude, I fled to the woods, like way deep back into the woods, because I used to go find spots with some of these people. These people are nomads. They'll be able to find me if they really want to, and I didn't want to be in any danger, dude. So I fled to the woods. Around the same time that I fled to the woods, I have Starlink. My breakup video was blowing up. I'm getting comments left and right from that. But at the same time, I stayed up for like 2 days straight just filtering out the trolling comments that kept happening. And so I'm alone. And so not only have I just gone through a breakup that I am shocked and sad about, and emotions are high, dude, but now my YouTube channel is blowing up with more than at the time I know how to handle, with comments and stuff like that. At the same time, I'm getting threats. I'm getting trolling comments. I'm super hurtful comments, dude, as well, regarding the breakup and things like that. And I didn't really know what to do, to be honest. And yeah, so that is how that part of the story went. And so after a little while, I had all these people blocked on all my social media. I had all of these people blocked on my YouTube. I had calmed things down. The threats stopped kind of coming in. And so finally, I felt like it was safe to come out of the woods and just kind of move on with my life. And to be completely honest, dude, that still has not stopped. I'm still every once in a while, one of them will add me from like a burner account on Instagram, or I'll get some sort of a trolling comment that you just know exactly who that is on YouTube or whatever. Sometimes the filters don't filter it all out, and that's just the way she goes. That is something that now I will just have to continue to deal with, but it's gotten a lot easier. And so once I came out of the woods, I needed a job, and so I found a posting in the Moab Classifieds for a hot air balloon company in Moab. And so I messaged Jimmy, the owner, and he got right back to me and said, yeah, come on out, dude. We'd be super stoked to have you. I looked at that opportunity, dude, as a great way to get far away from all of the drama, from all of the people that wanted to hurt me, and just to start over with a new job in a new town where I could focus on my content and maybe just like chill out a little bit, maybe relax, breathe just a little bit. And for the first couple of weeks when I got out there, that's exactly how it went, dude. We had like 5 flights a week and I was getting settled in. Everybody was super friendly and kind. After the first couple weeks, it definitely was not like that at all. One of the reasons, which is something that I never would think about because I've been used to living this way for so long, but there's just a huge difference when you're working a job, having to then go find a new place to stay every single night, wondering if you're going to get the knock. Obviously, I did get the knock, dude. You can go back and watch that video for sure. Literally just a couple of days before that as well, I broke my truck camper going up a mountain that I shouldn't have gone up. And then work started slowing down. The balloon flights kept getting canceled. I started scrambling around trying to figure out how to make money. And throughout all of this, dude, I'm still every once in a while getting trolling comments, but I figured out how to moderate that. But this whole time, while I'm going through all these changes and living this way, I'm still committed to getting 2 videos out a week. And that's what I focused on. Regardless of whatever was going on, every opportunity that I got, I was going out to either find a spot, light a fire, cook food, or I was going to make a walk and talk about something, or I was going to test out a new product. I wanted to keep growing this YouTube channel because the channel was killing it and it was very important to me. Obviously, this is all that I want to do, is make YouTube videos, because the videos that I usually make are of my favorite thing to do. Obviously not these types of videos. But as the price of diesel started skyrocketing, things kept happening with the channel. The truck camper is broken. I'm still just going from place to place to place to place, filming and whatnot. I kind of just started getting super tired, dude, super worn out. And I think after me and Ashley went on that road trip, dude, I was pretty much done. Like physically, literally. That overlanding trip that we did involved waking up super early. We would find the spot and stay up super late. And it was always just move, 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 move. And to make that overlanding trip happen, I had to not only keep putting videos out on YouTube, but then I was going live as well and still trying to work as many balloon flights as I possibly could. I'd also taken up the rope swing as much as I could. I was just going nonstop. And at the end of that overlanding trip, I told Ashley, dude, like, after this, if there's no more flights, I have to go, dude. Like, something has to change. I am burnt out. I am tired. And it's kind of interesting when like you film yourself and you edit your own videos, because I could just see like the bags under my eyes getting longer and longer, dude. And I could see that like I was slowly kind of getting out of shape. I hadn't done a pull-up in like months. I think when the weight of it all kind of came crashing down really was when I got to Nebraska, like 3.5, 4 weeks ago, and it rained the whole time, and my camper was broken. I don't think I even told you how close I cut it to getting here to Wisconsin. I used my last paycheck from the balloon company. I used all of that on diesel to get from Utah to Nebraska, and then I had a deadline, but I had to wait in Nebraska for 3 days to get paid from YouTube so that I would have enough money for fuel to make it here to Wisconsin. That's how broke I became. And that sucks, dude. And I haven't been in that type of a situation in a very long time. And it was very stressful. But when I sat on my parents' driveway, dude, just staring into the abyss, which is just the road in the neighborhood, I think the weight of everything that happened this last year finally hit me. And I found myself sitting on my parents' driveway in Nebraska, kind of staring off with the thought and the feeling of, what the fuck just happened? Have you ever had that? I haven't had that in quite a while, but literally that was it. It's just like when you kind of sit back and think about like something that just happened, and you're literally just like, what in the actual fuck did I just go through? And so the other thing is, like, I haven't talked to anybody really about this. I've been alone. I've been on the go. I've been go, trying to make my finances work out with an unstable job, while trying to grow a YouTube business, while obviously dealing with all of those other things. So it's super weird to be out here now in the woods. And it's been super weird to be out here in the woods the last 3 weeks without my phone dinging all the time from YouTube comments and notifications from YouTube. And I apologize to some of you. A lot of you have sent me messages on like Facebook and Instagram, and I haven't really gotten back to some of you. Some of you I've gotten back to, but like the responses were super delayed, and I apologize. But I have just kind of felt like shit, dude. I did contact a therapist for the first time in my life in a very long time. I have talked to a professional. I think I think what's kind of been going on is like, ever since all of this has happened, I haven't had time to process any of it, really, dude. I felt like I did. I felt like I had. I obviously tried my best, but like, that's quite a bit of things that have all happened, like all right in a row. Go. And so I thought that I was processing these things as they would happen to me, but like, in all reality, I really haven't. And so now I found myself here in Wisconsin in a very safe place with nothing really going on. And it's all just kind of hit me, dude, at once. And I'm not quite sure what I feel, really, to be honest. But it has been kind of overwhelming and peaceful, and I'm not sure. It's been a lot, all at once. You know, when you go through like a lot of like kind of quick traumatic events where like you're worried about your safety and like your financial survival, obviously your nightly survival, where you're going to park every night, things like that. That all kind of builds up and your body gets used to it. And so I think what's going on is like my body is pretty, it's been pretty stressed. It's pretty used to this fight or flight mode. And the last 3 weeks, it's just kind of been trying to decompress from that, if you will. Not completely sure mentally, like, I feel pretty all right, dude. Like, kind of down in the dumps a little bit. But I understand that, like, you can't really just kind of go through all of that stuff in such a short period of time and just come out perfectly okay. And so I suppose I am processing, dude. Which brings me to kind of the point of this video. I could have gone out and made like any other sort of a video, but like, I don't feel like it, dude. I don't feel like it. I am not in the mood. I really don't want to do shit. I've got like an e-bike video that's going to be coming out here pretty soon. And I did go out and film like going to Culver's. And I think that might be the first video of like what I'm going to be calling season 2 out here. But after like running around flying by the seat of my pants for so long, it has just been so nice, even though it's kind of slightly weird and uncomfortable. It has been the only thing I've wanted to do anyway is nothing. Nothing at all. And so that's pretty much what I've done. I take my new e-bike out here into the woods every night. And it's beautiful out here, and I just ride for miles and miles and kind of decompress. But I suppose where I'm going with this, if I can wrap this long rant up, is not every nomad's life is going to go like mine has in the last year, that's for sure. But I had something similar to this feeling happen to me when my last van got destroyed. Minus the details, I've had this happen to me before. Not the events or the details, but the feeling of just processing a whole bunch of shit that just happened, and the uneasy feeling of sitting with it all after everything slows down, and kind of wondering like, what do I even do with these feelings and these events and these things and these life experiences? Like, the processing of it all, dude. It's a bit much. And I think that's what I wanted to bring up is sometimes, especially if you're a nomad and you're always on the go from place to place to place, always trying to find a new spot to stay at for the night, always chasing those new amazing scenic views, dude. Like, having a home, of course, but not really having a home in one place ever. You know, if you live that way for long enough, things are gonna happen. That's literally kind of something I think I've said here on the channel. Like, if you ever want your life to change, just get in a vehicle. I don't care if it's a van, a Prius, a truck camper, whatever, and go. Just get in a vehicle and go, and your life will change. Things will happen. It's inevitable. I mean, obviously things will happen in just a regular life living in a house, but like, when you live on the road and you're just always bouncing from place to place to place and things keep happening, it can be a little bit addicting. That's for sure. I love living this way. I have no regrets about my choice to live this way. But being here in Wisconsin, where like everything is slowed down and I'm not bouncing from place to place every single night, and a lot of the things that on a daily I had to worry about, I no longer have to think about. Once things really slow down, for me at least, after living this way for so long, I feel pretty uncomfortable. And I think the reason why, and like none of this is on purpose, but like I think after you live chaotically like that for quite a while, not only does like your brain become addicted to it, but like even your body, your nervous system becomes addicted to chaos, really. It becomes addicted to go, 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 go. Something's always got to be happening. And then for me as well, this happened, I think, the second or third night after I'd been here. Like, this campground has security. It's got like gates, and I'm far away, very far away from like all of that drama and like all of those people. But I think like on the third or fourth night here, dude, I realized that like I like turned around to like look over my shoulder, which is something that unfortunately, ever since the breakup, unfortunately, looking over my shoulder and always being on edge and always being concerned that something might happen has become kind of a reality for me. Which never was before, dude. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before in my entire life. But yeah, maybe like the third or fourth day after I got out, maybe like the third or fourth day after I got out here, I realized that like I hadn't had to look over my shoulder, that like I wasn't on edge anymore, that like I wasn't worried about like my safety or about like the camper, or I wasn't like looking around waiting for something to happen anymore. And that was a weird feeling, dude. I don't even know that like how to describe what I felt in that moment. I feel like it should have been peace, but I don't know what it was. So where do we go from here? I'm not really sure. But I know that I'm gonna keep making videos. And I definitely have one coming out here pretty soon with this super sweet e-bike. And I can't wait to share that with you. And I've got a lot of places that I want to go to and see while I'm here in Wisconsin. But after living in chaos and possibly having become addicted to it over this last year, I suppose a good start would be maybe to sort through all of that and hopefully do a little bit of healing, I suppose. So I don't really know how this video is going to go. I hope that this helps. I hope that this helps some of you. I know I talked to some of you. I know that some of you are going through not what I went through, that's for sure. But similar, dude. Hopefully none of you are questioning your safety or getting trolled like crazy on the internet or anything. But I suppose either way, I don't really know. It's probably good to talk to someone about this, even though it sucks. So anyway, it's probably like 7:30, maybe 8 at night now, and I'm gonna just go on a little bike ride here, dude, while there's still a little bit of daylight, and let my mind wander, I suppose, and try to sort through what in the actual fuck happened last year.
know now that I can't make good how I wish I could. Go back and put me where you stood. Nothing's really something now, the whole thing should. It serves to suffer, make a hole in my foot, and I hope you look as I fill my book. Oh, what a waste of wood. Nothing's really happened like I thought it would. I